380 Ghana cedis for the services of the Office of the Special Prosecutor for the year ending 31st December 2023. Mr. Speaker, it is incontestable fact that corruption and corruption-related offenses is dangerous to every economy. Corruption can destroy a country and it can really tear the country apart. Mr. Speaker, it is for this reason that in 2017, this House passed the Office of the Special Prosecutor Act 2017, Act 959, and established the Office of the Special Prosecutor. Mr. Speaker, the functions of the Office of the Special Prosecutor is outlined in paragraph 6.0 of the report, and I intend not to repeat it, but to state the vision and the mission that the Office of the Special Prosecutor is to render corruption costly and unattractive in all its forms in the public and private sector through sustained repression and suppression. Mr. Speaker, the mission of the Office of the Special Prosecutor is to investigate and prosecute specific cases of alleged and suspected corruption and corruption-related offenses, to recover the proceeds of corruption and corruption-related offenses, and take steps to prevent corruption. The Office of the Special Prosecutor is therefore a very important independent body established by an act of parliament. Mr. Speaker, this House proceeded to pass LI 2374 to give effect to the act. We call it the Special Prosecutors LI 2374. Mr. Speaker, it will interest you to know that ever since the Office of the Special Prosecutor has been established, there was a clear problem of budgetary release to the Office of the Special Prosecutor. This is not the first time. Mr. Speaker, the Office of the Special Prosecutor until 2021 was operating with two-member staff, the Special Prosecutor and the Deputy Special Prosecutor. All others were on secondment, and each year their budgetary allocation on compensation will be underutilized. Mr. Speaker, if we go to the year under review, you realize at page 5 of the report that the Special Prosecutor was allocated the sum of 65 million for compensation. But as at September this year, they only spent 265,239 Ghana cedis out of 65 million. In our quest to know why this underutilization of the compensation, it turned out that as we speak, it's only the Deputy Special Prosecutor who is on the payroll. Mr. Speaker, the budgetary allocation was to enable them employ 249 staff. But as of September, it was only 20 that was employed. This evening, Mr. Speaker, my heart bleeds. All the 20 staff employed, including the newly appointed special prosecutor for a period of 15 months. They have not received salary. Mr. Speaker, how can you be working for almost 1.5 years without salary? Do we want to destroy the office of the special prosecutor, or we really want to encourage the special prosecutor to work very diligently, reliably in checking corruption and corruption-related offenses, investigating corruption, prosecuting corruption, and making recovery for this particular country? Though for 15 months he has not received salary, he managed to recover about 1 million Ghana cedis for this particular country. Mr. Speaker, of the special prosecutor has been allocated 28,352,000 for goods and services. But as of September, the release was only 7 million Ghana cedis. Out of capex of 45,500,000, only 17 million was released to the office of the special prosecutor. Mr. Speaker, it is one thing to prevent corruption, and it's another thing appearing to be preventing corruption. I am inclined to say that this government does not intend to prevent corruption or reduce corruption, but wants even the special prosecutor to appear to be preventing corruption. Mr. Speaker, the allocation for the office of the special prosecutor in terms of compensation for 2023 is 68,900,000. Goods and services is 34,279,000. Capex is 26. Mr. Speaker, one reason for which the office of the special prosecutor cannot employ the required number of people is that the structure is there, but it has not been retrofixed in order to employ people to make use of that particular structure. So if they have an empty structure without table, without chairs, without equipment, and capex, goods and services are not being released to them, then, Mr. Speaker, in effect, we do not want the office of the special prosecutor to really operate. Mr. Speaker, no amount of reconciliation should cause a delay in payment of salary of a person appointed by the president for 15 months. This cannot happen. I will not attribute this to reconciliation. Mr. Speaker, the airline in question states in no accepted terms the condition of service for the office of the special prosecutor and then the other staff members of the office of the special prosecutor. The law is clear. We equated it to that of similar services like police, BNI. So for me, I have difficulty accepting that reconciliation. But what really happened was the fact that the Minister of Finance, Ken Oforiatta, by a letter dated 24th June 2021, wrote a letter stating his own conditions under which the special prosecutor is supposed to work. Mr. Speaker, the special prosecutor responded to the letter by stating simply that the condition of service of staff of the special prosecutor is spelled out in the airline. So please, go by the law. The first letter was dated 10th March 2022. The second letter, 5th October 2022. Mr. Speaker, how can a simple reconciliation of the law and what the finance minister decided on his own to do contrary to the law cause a delay, for which reason the office of the special prosecutor or the special prosecutor that has been appointed by the president will not be paid for 15 months? Mr. Speaker, in conclusion, I will want to state that if you want the office of the special prosecutor to work very effectively, but not to appear to be working in checking corruption, then we all know what to do. We need to give them a adequate budgetary allocation and timely releases to enable them to function. Mr. Speaker, with these few words, I approve the motion.